we mainly focus on Dasharo, as probably most of you know. So Dasharo is a core boot downstream, and core boot is of course open source BIOS, which aims to replace proprietary BIOS, mostly based on EDK2. So we're starting 8th event. The event is split into 2 parts. First part is 2 hours and starting right now, and it is a forum for the Dasharo team and our partners. Today we don't have any guests from partners. I guess Wessel, who's typically joining us, is very busy with the Christmas delivery and selling his laptops, and he kind of said that he will skip that one. So we just have our team, but there are really good presentations also from our team. So stay tuned and stay with us to listen what they have to present, to see what they have to present. First 2 hours focused on Dasharo related stuff, little bit about our products. We started this event 2 years ago, like at the beginning of the 2023. So this is 8th event, so already 2 years of delivering it, and I think we will deliver for the next year. Although I'm not sure if we will do every quarter, but who knows? Like, we will see. If you will demand every quarter, then we will stay probably every quarter. VPAP started much earlier, and we already at the another, like, I guess, like, the anniversary will be next quarter, and it would be 15th, I guess, next quarter. So it's going very well, and VPAP is more like a less formal, but we already have great guests for the VPAP. So we announced that VPAP guest on the channel. So we will have Daniel Masłowski with his presentation about PSP and looking into PSP and diffing firmware, and looking what's inside, what was different. This is very helpful for the open source firmware community, but he will of course professionally introduce that and probably show some demos. Then Michał Kopeć from 3M Dev will talk about the platform secure boot, AMD platform secure boot, which is also very important, and he has a kind of side project where he gathers results of his script, which say if given platform got platform secure boot enable or not. And there will be 2 another talks. One will be discussion panel with various people, with Marek Marczykowski-Górecki, with Patrick from Hunix, with Daniel Smith, with Michał Kowalczyk from Dragon Sector, where we will try to discuss and kind of give ideas and maybe get also feedback from you about the confidential computing. And the last would be Lance from StageX, from Distrust company. They did StageX, which is kind of seem to be answer to the bootstrapable toolchain for open source firmware community, and not only. This is what will be in the Dasharo Developers VPAP. But right now we are in Dasharo User Group meeting for the next 2 hours. So right now we have these greetings. I will then go into Dasharo community status, where I will tell you what's going on in the Dasharo community and how our KPIs and statistics going on. Then I will talk about Dasharo community release roadmap, what releases we did and what releases we're planning, and how things related with roadmap change over time. And then I will switch into the shameless plug, which is like a very short presentation, which products from 3M Dev Shop, what you can buy from us, and of course buying from us help us support open source firmware, help us contribute, help us also create events and like lead events like this one, and also the other one which I will tell you about, like FOSDEM, open source firmware dev room, Linux Plumbers conference, and many others like CubeOS Summit. So that's asking for support, but also like being beneficiary of the open source firmware based products. Then Daniel from 3M Dev will talk a little bit about the Dasharo toolsuit. Dasharo toolsuit status was not presented for quite some time, so I think he's got some updates for you. So Dasharo toolsuit is a tiny Yocto-based Linux distribution, which is created for supporting Dasharo deployment and all related firmware hacking and firmware exploration, deployment, updates, and so on. Then after that, Maciej Pijanowski from 3M Dev will tell you about status of our validation framework. And as I always, or from time to time at least, repeat, producing firmware, creating releases, and like a kind of being efficient in delivering open source firmware releases to you is a function of validation. And that's why this presentation is very important. We have to have very robust validation. Otherwise, you will get binaries which get some regression, which get some additional bugs which you probably don't want. And that's it is like quality checking is a paramount for future Dasharo growth. And then after that, we're switching to the VPAP, and I already told you who will be at the VPAP.